Yeah, I think it's critical not just to point out problems in our current society and time, because there always will be problems. But rather, given that we're not gods, we're not infallible, we're not omniscient, we're never going to have a utopia. What can we reasonably expect? How much better is what we have now, or worse than other things that actually have existed on planet Earth, as opposed to in our imaginations, where anything is possible? In what ways is the current situation in our country better or worse than in other countries and at other times? And it is sobering to look at how and to remind ourselves of the problems that other societies have faced, including the societies of communist Eastern Europe, in which you grew up, and which I certainly read about, although I had the great fortune of not growing up in them, but I knew about them. And there were, when I grew up, there were jokes about lining up for tomatoes in Moscow, and so we're certainly aware of them. Or even in my lifetime, things like the double-digit inflation with double-digit unemployment at the same time, lines around the block for an all-day waits for gasoline, fears of shortages of heating oil and heating gas, shortages of meat, coffee, and sugar, even in the United States, to say nothing of what life was like during the Great Depression or during the World Wars. So comparisons of different social systems, especially when we have kind of an experimental group and a control group, like, say, East and West Germany, North and South Korea, Chile and Venezuela, where we can see what the effects are of living under different systems, and comparisons across history, especially quantitative ones, not just snapshots or vignettes or anecdotes. How much better did people live? What did they die of? How many babies survived their first year? What did a typical person eat